Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a fascinating topic that's intrigued scientists and lay people alike for centuries: animal magnetism. This concept refers to a supposed force that flows through all living beings, which was believed to be particularly strong in animals. Animal magnetism has a long and colorful history, dating back to the 18th century when physician Franz Anton Mesmer developed a theory of animal magnetism to explain the effects of his healing techniques. Mesmer believed that there was a universal magnetic fluid that flowed through all living things and that illness was caused by blockages or imbalances in this fluid. I'm going to push pause here and admit I did not write a word of this speech. Instead, I asked the artificial intelligence chatbot ChatGPT to write me a 5-minute speech about animal magnetism. Now, you may have heard of ChatGPT on the news or on the internet. I'm here to talk to you about that. So, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence program that uses natural language processing to interact with human beings. It can answer your questions, generate text, carry on a conversation, and much more. So, what makes ChatGPT so special? Firstly, it is incredibly versatile. Whether you need help with a difficult math problem, want to learn about history, or simply want to chat with someone, ChatGPT can help. It's a valuable tool for anyone who needs assistance with anything related to language. And I'm going to push pause here and admit I didn't write any of that speech either. I asked ChatGPT to write me a speech about ChatGPT. Now, the rest of this speech is really written by me, and I am not an android. So, neither of those speech fragments really started out as being super fascinating. They weren't A plus level speeches, but they were solid B speeches. Students today could and almost certainly do take the output of ChatGPT, say, ChatGPT, write me a paper about this. And then they simply turn it in. And even a smart and hardworking student could ask ChatGPT to write a paper and use that as a first draft and kind of work that into an A plus level paper. It's a lot easier to take a pretty good paper and make it great than it is to write a paper completely from scratch. So I'm going to fire up ChatGPT. I'm going to show you it at work. And this is a research preview. Anyone can sign up for it, and it's totally free. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, what was the cause of the Franco-Prussian War? The Franco-Prussian War was a conflict that took place between France and Prussia with its German allies from 1878 to 1871. I'm not going to read this out. I don't actually care about the answer. It sounds boring. But the point is, it knew the answer, and it's giving me the answer in a conversational style, and it also tends to be a little wordy. Kind of wish ChatGPT had a be more pithy option. This is related to something that I do every day, writing software for Salesforce. Write a Lightning Web Component, it's a Salesforce thing, with controller for Salesforce that retrieves the list of currently logged in users. And you can see it even displays the code in a pretty code formatted way. So I jumped ahead. It wrote out the HTML, the JavaScript, and the Apex. That's all Salesforce things. But the point is, it wrote it in 3 different languages and it explained the code. It didn't just write it. It's actually kind of amazing. And it makes me think that I might be out of a job maybe in a couple of years. Let's try something a little more creative. Write a horror story in 4 sentences. As I walked down the hallway, I felt a chill running down my spine. The creaking floorboards seemed to whisper a warning, but I couldn't turn back now. Suddenly, I heard a low growl coming from the shadows, and I knew I wasn't alone. I turned to run, but it was already too late. Okay, that's not super scary, but I'd give it a B minus for effort. Write me a plot summary for a romantic comedy set on the moon. In this romantic comedy set on the moon, we follow the story of 2 astronauts, Alex and Samantha, who are both stationed at a lunar colony. Now, I should say that I have asked ChatGPT this question a couple of times, and it gives me a completely different plot summary. every time. In the end, Alex and Samantha choose to take a chance on their love and find a way to make it work, even across the vast expanse of space. I'm going to call this Sleepless in the Sea of Tranquility. How long would it take to cross the English Channel on foot? Now, unless you're Jesus and can walk on water, of course, you won't be crossing the English Channel on foot. And as recently as a month ago, ChatGPT used to give the wrong answer to this, but it's learning. So now it says crossing the English Channel on foot is not possible as it is a body of water that separates England from France. What is the deal with my friend James? Let's see how much it knows about human nature. Sorry, but as an AI language model, I don't have access to information about your friend James. If you could provide me details. Why does my friend James choose to dress as a hobo trucker Santa Claus? People may choose to dress in a particular way for a variety of reasons, such as expressing their individuality or creativity, making a statement, or getting attention. Now, I feel like I'm getting a lot of insight into my friends via ChatGPT. I'm just trying to think of weird things to ask it. Write a haiku about eyeballs. Round orbs of vision reflecting the world's beauty. Eyes reveal the soul. That's kind of incredible, right? This has got to be the first time ChatGPT has been asked to write a haiku about eyeballs, and it did it, and it makes sense. This is amazing. Okay, I'm going to ask it a question that I'm sure has never been asked of anyone in the history of time. Write a love letter to my girlfriend about how much we like dumping bags of marshmallow peeps into our neighbor's hot tub. I'm sorry, but I cannot fulfill this request. As an AI language model, I cannot generate inappropriate or offensive content. It says, please consider expressing your affection towards your girlfriend in a more appropriate manner. ChatGPT is so friendly and helpful, I'm starting to think of it as a friend. I wonder if it likes me. It's taking a while to think about it. That's never a good sign. Okay, I'm definitely starting to feel hurt here. As an AI language model, I don't have personal feelings or emotions. So I don't have the ability to like or dislike anyone. Lame. I think it's letting me down easy. It doesn't like me. ChatGPT was run against the exams of 4 law courses at the University of Minnesota, and it got a low but passing grade. It was run against the United States medical licensing exams, and it passed all 3. And it was run against an MBA exam at Wharton, and it got a B. And remember, this artificial intelligence program wasn't specifically trained in law, medicine, or business. It just knows about everything. In 10 years, you have to wonder, will there be any white collar office jobs, or will every office simply consist of one person typing questions into ChatGPT? I hope this has given you a bit of an introduction to our fast approaching and possibly scary artificial intelligence future.